All right, let's get to the nitty gritty, ladies and gentlemen. Salam, salam, dekebat, yawate, dekamlach, salam. Greetings, family. Hope all's well. How you guys doing? Kurupte kuthogosu to music that's out there. Now's probably not the time for happiness, not to me anyways, but hey, you can always find something good during bad times. You know what I mean? So it's not really a celebrating. You know, pressure relief can go good. It's our talana. Anyhow, so Adami lives gabar kwa last time. Subuk garkum taqabilkum all. Yuhugusani. That means nate message taqbalu Allahu. I'm glad y'all received my message on the last one. You know what I mean? My crooked glasses. Gotta get this eyebrow straight. Which is appreciated. Thank you. I had a couple haters here and there. Tahan nakum opinion you. Ane neutral. Ma khalez Allahu. Nabzi khayne, nabzi khayne. Kullahum is fatwakum. Izi sides I maritzne. Because kullahum daki amlah slazhonkum. We're all God's children. I'm not gonna pick sides and wish anyone ill will or any of that. That's what the world needs. Anyhow, a lot of people got in their feelings about what I said. All I'm asking you guys to do is open your minds and listen to the message. Just listen to the message. Minds are like parachutes. They only function when open. Mish. And of course, I'm not some guy that just came up. I've been studying the game for a while too. My parents, everybody's parents, see difference. After kitchen, you know what I mean? What's up, Alula Buru? How So let me talk about some points. I'm probably not gonna make this video too long because some people are like, yo, son, hour and a half get kaya last time. But so much discussed. This is not easy times. Is this shigur? This is heavy. This is not easy. You're talking about people dying. They don't come back, family. Anyways, so let me give you the diaspora America. Let me give you a quick play on or historical data. Let's talk about facts. I like talking about facts, not feelings. I know soldiers, let's just talk about facts. Brief history. We are in 2020 and we have a war started like it was back in the day from the 70s and 80s, and people are trying to win freedom and that's in that and all that. Like, that is insane in 2020. Ma'abinas, unacceptable. Unacceptable. That's not in our cards. We're not here to kill each other. There's not enough of us. Anyways, brief history. Isaias was a student during the Haile Selassie regime, right? During the Haile Selassie regime. He was sent to Eritrea because Haile Selassie had an issue with Tigray speaking Eritreans. He wanted to go to war, but they told his advisors, don't go to war, send Isaias to infiltrate Eritrea, and he did. But meanwhile, in China, Isaias went to China to learn war strategy, psychological subversion. Kulu, mihirom obu. He went to Eritrea, and he actually joined Jabha. That was his initial move, Jabha Atineru. And then when he joined Jabha, he infiltrated, and then ELF. Then he created EPLF, right? At that point, now, which is now Higdef. In 1973, he killed Manka. Isaias killed the Mankas. What are the Manka, right? Which are a leftist group, liberals, right? Let me give you an example. Martyrs like Muse, John the Brain, Aregash Tesfatsen, Comrade Goitoon, all because Hatitom they requested the rule of law, which is the democracy. Can we have democracy? No. So okay, but we'll get to that. Now, let me stay one-sided. The only thing that I am not one-sided on is Isaias. I have my own feelings about that. Okay. So they requested the rule of law, democracy, noilum, atilum. That's it. He killed them. In 1973 through 1980, he murdered a group of intellectuals called the Yamin. Some kind of right-wing, Eritrean right-wing conservatism. He killed them. Okay, let me give you an example of the Yamin. And you young diaspora kids, look this up. It's all there. Study it. Google is your best friend. If not, get with some elders and learn this. I'm not here to sway anybody which side to pick. I'm educating you. Okay, the Yamin. They're conservatives. Examples of the Yamin. Dr. Eyob, Solomon, Walda Mariam. These are all highly educated scholars. Highly educated scholars. He killed them all. Hands up. Let me make sure my volume is up if y'all can hear me. Yeah, highly educated scholars. He killed them all. Why? Why did he kill them? If in Eritrea you have to find them highly low woman, educational, why kill one? Tell me. All right. So, meanwhile, there were war heroes. War heroes. A lot of dudes that were war heroes. That was within the military, who stood out, and they were never posthumously, meaning musmatu shirat etawahabun, decent burial etahabun walahanti. And let me give you an example of them. In fact, the war heroes after Aziz the ones that were heroes during war, they never were elected to be general. Right? This is how he's thinking. But Chinese anyways, military position Aitawahabun, Su'ilum. Here's what he did. He waited and he ambushed them. When he ambushed them, now don't take my word for it, look this up. He ambushed them and he murdered them. In the war in 1980s, for example, Jignatat. Notice I said Jignatat, because these are warriors. They fought for their country. Tabaisum na'adum kuqatalu ba'adum. Marahi adum yuqatlum tim jignatat na'adu. So kunduzukurum. Ibrahim Afa. Walanki El Haile, aka Wadi Haile. Isaias Flanza. These are all respected military leaders. Not one time did they get any respect for what they did other than the people. Respect. So 1991, Eritrea independence misgabaret kab Ethiopia. Eritrea won independence from Eritrea. I'm sorry. Eritrea won independence from Ethiopia. Isaias Afwerki, he said, this is what he said, look it up. He said, Abi Ethiopia. Meaning, we're going to have a big Ethiopia. Facts. 1995 through 1996. Facts. He went to war with Yemen, Sudan, and Djibouti. This is Isaias. No break. Okay. 1997, a group was prepared, and I think this could be the G15, by his regime. They were supposed to prepare a constitution. Constitutions together a constitution. They went to Isaias and said, Isaias, can you please read this and preside over it? No. Some kind of her constitution nizarabalana. Ethiopia. We gave Barame Ethiopia, right? Now I want it back. Bottom is this small. It's not big enough for people to die over. Question is, why? Why would he go to war in Bottom? Okay, we'll get to that. During that war, we lost 100,000 Eritrean soldiers. Eritrean soldiers, Maitum. For what? Mish, that's how many died. Okay. T.R.A.P, the reason why he did it, he was trying to distract the election because the group that were elected to come up with, an election in Eritrea, he had to distract it because the people are gonna, hey, you need to step down. So to distract, and of course, if you're going to bottom it or go to war, who is the closest at the border of Eritrea and Ethiopia? Could it be Tigray? I don't know, you tell me. Mish? Now, it lasted 2 years. 2 years, it caused economic destabilization in Eritrea. There was a lot of hardship. Family natum, problems, but you separated from the families. This was the war of Badame, which is the border of Tigray. Algeria was the one who mediated between Eritrea and Ethiopia, but there was no real resolution. Now, stemming from that, Kabu Nagar, bad blood Neru for a long time. Now, let's discuss who's Abi. Many Abi. Now listen. Who's Abi? Colonel Abi was a soldier. Okay, Colonel. Now Dr. Abi. He came to power in 2018. When he came to power, he accepted all of Algeria's treaty agreement. And then it's like, maybe this is how they accepted each other, right? Which is olive branch and peace treaty. Therefore, he accepted him. Cool. But who is Abi? Many. Abi Muslim. So when her Muslim, Muslim countries, chess play usually. Comes get him, it's all to him, politician that himself. So he squashed the beef between Eritrea and Ethiopia. Abi, okay. And then, when they had that meeting, what did Isaias say? Isaias said, ay khasarnan. Ata don qoro, mena khasaran. Kami gana khasarnan. Mitishah dakana moitams ay khasarnan. I'm not even talking about what Ethiopia lost. I'm talking about Eritrea. Mitishah dakana tafioms ay khasarnan. Sham atikom khulsab afutsa koblona room. At that moment, ay khasarnan. Tell Mitishah abotat adetat that lost their children. You're talking about we didn't lose nothing? What? For all you Isaiah supporters, we didn't lose nothing? How come they home? Well, hanti khasarnan? We call this stupidity. We call this donkorotat. Ay khasarnan. Isakha khasarkan. Maybe because of America tabihi nerkimish. Skhuma khasarkum. Adinagin kasiron faraan. Kaitrus awazia. Ay khasarnan. So kulam zio meitum. Nana harikna kabdion lana. Fast forward. After the war, Eritrea returned all the soldiers to Ethiopia. Hibam watadernatum. Humanitarian. Ilam hibam cool. Melis Sanawi was he soldiers, everything was good. Now, when Abiy took power, he promised unity and peace to Ethiopia, and hence the Nobel Peace Prize. Mish, that's what he got. Does he deserve it? I don't think so. My personal opinion. You can have your own personal opinion. Me personally, no. You don't get a Nobel Peace Prize and then within a year you go to war. No, that's not how that works. You're supposed to be an example for the world, Mr. Ethiopia, Mish. He promised he got the Nobel Peace Prize. Then and then Tigray was on board. They said, hey, you know what? Tigray, Harai, new federation, unity. Everybody was doing all that. Eritrea, Ethiopia, but the problem was, Ethiopian soldiers Ethiopian people were allowed in Eritrea, but Eritreans can go the other way. I remember that too. Cool, whatever. Politics. When it was time for election, Abiy said, I think it was May. I think it was May. Tigray said, hey, check this out. What's up with our election? Oh, no, we can't do it right now. Can't do it right now. Cool. Hey, you're the prime minister leader. Whoa, wait, how do I even? No problem. August comes around. Hey, what's up with the election? No. We can't do it right now. It's in your constitution. It's written. It's in your bylaws. Mish, you wrote this. You agreed to this. Mish, but who is Abiy really? Abiy didn't just, Abiy at Kabmidri, he didn't just come out of nowhere and was some peasant in the woods and just decided to be in charge. No. Manim sabahon and Abiy. After parliament, after government, wished Tigray ka kaido holo asran show aten amet neru. Sukhut fotwalokum. Neru kwai, wishti neru. Musu sarah neru, Mr. Tigray sana neru, hijit uya bilu. Nu'uzu tu'umo garulo. Let's speak the truth. Stop lying to yourself. Speak the truth. That's all I'm asking you. I'm not picking sides. I love Oromias. I love Amharas. I love Tigray. I love Ethiopian. I'm Eritrean. I love you all. Don't pick sides. Truth rah tazarabu. Because you're confusing everybody. This situation is big and problematic. And it's very, very confusing. So all these kids, you know, I got a couple friends that call me from all sides. They're really confused because they're not getting the truth. I'm not sitting here saying, oh, Tigray Dani is some sinya beloman. Well, I'm not saying that. If you go to war with a country, there's going to be all kinds of stuff. But when Tigray was in charge of Ethiopia, what happened? Ethiopia was being recognized by the world for prospering, right? Everybody saw Ethiopia rising. Everybody saw them economically growing. Everybody saw money, their military. Abiy inherited a great Ethiopia full of economic structure and power and money. Mish burta Ethiopia inherit to Wahibu. But I'm not saying, but to wish Tigray harimatan amhara khomtat ilkunai racism shitara tizarabu just because so people can go to war. That is the only thing. Now, he didn't want the election. Once the election didn't go, Mr. Tigray tabaisu. Now, this is Abiy shigur nagari qalila one. So you have to understand, people's feelings are all involved. Sab moitu baziz, septa sogigu. He got kicked out of Eri. He got kicked out of Ethiopia and all that. But the truth is, Abiy don't want to lose power. Because he knows if you do an election, there's a possibility Abiy could lose power. Why doesn't Abiy want to lose power? Slumtai. Tell me why Abiy highly lose gabar. Why? Because there's one person chiming in his ear. Who is that guy? Isaias Saporki. Do this. Now he's causing what's happening. Okay. In war, there's an aggressor and there's a defender. And I'm telling you from experience. Sabiharum how to defend Gabir. Sabiharum how to menu initially Metsiwana Tigray. Many words about it. Kanda Sada Hofilam Zarabu come Jaganu come Marahti menu Badiluana Tigray first. Abiy Metsiwan. So ilam nerom Harailam Natom Marits election garum Abiy Metsiwan. This is fact. So he's the aggressor. Cool. Can he handle Tigray Nubenu? Of course not. Balu handle Gora Mekanu. Yabulunka Kalat. He can't. They're too powerful for him. So, and we'll get to that in a second. All right. Now, Intai Timaksabnai Abiy and Isais Furke. Intai Maksabnatum. Bidharit Intai Maksabnatum. Salam time is Jamiram Dalo. Hisabu. Why? Is Ukulu Sab come with Alam Darais? Why would you kill all these people while the whole world's watching? What is your gain? What is it? Do I have to really spell it out for you? Do I have to really spell it out? Is that what you're waiting on? I'm not going to do that. Because you guys are stuck in your feelings. You're not using your brain. Get out of your feelings. People are dying quiet. This, I don't know. Abe shaitan. You know what the problem is? Let me tell you. Shaitan, ugru ab Eritrea takhilwa. Rakhibna yalana ni shaitan. Tarakhibulo. Zkhul alam ni shaitan avoid kugabra dalis. Abe idolo shaitan. Mish? Abe amlach dawilach nogre. Abe idolo shaitan. Ab Eritrea tahabi lo geita. Ab Eritrea tahabiis kullu دقيقة يقتلوا مالهم دقيقة بسنية دقيقة أيح بحري سب اسهم original سبيكم زخول العالم فريحو نعخوم يدريكم جيم كم دونك أورو كم إنسان ننحلكم تقاتلوا أنا زي أدقفوني period ناي شيطان تزاريبو سكاكي نحاكا قتلوا حراي مش ridiculous. Comes here ridiculous رأي فلتني. حفرت. جمت عدو خانة كع رأيهم جم دون قرطات. حنت نبلهم سخاء جامعها نحليو سخاء وينها سكاكيت إيد جاك هرمو حراي تعرى سب دون قرطات. but انت ما قبر انت مقبرينا كم روحكم راح بزخل أنا من أسكم سخاتكم عبيتيكم experience فرعنا لكم جين كم أخون racist رئيس لزي فلت كم روحكم على كتملسونا باتاچن كتملسونا to church ناتكم كتملسونا ناتكم هايمانات ناتكم كحجزكم على تم عبيتي خاني كم أخون racist رئيس أي فلتني إذا هم قالوا كباهم تماهيرهم يوم كم أززارون بر انتاكم زشخا فلتني خا ولا عندي خا ولا أخون لبينا جرني الدي نأملخ من قدي أبوي نأملخ من قدي اتخولوا تسألمات دلو تكيز دلو كم زقالي أزريئكم clearly أزريئكم حصوتي قتالتي حارة لومي مظلوم رئيس لا يبقى كم زيلوك مويتا أتا مسلم تباهي الكاس سب مويتي الكات حقس Are you serious right now? What is the definition of Islam? Peace. حق الإسلام جوبرو محمود أدوروب سو respect جوبرو كم السبري فلتنا بزعلم enemy ناتو قتيلو يسجلهم يسألي السوي إسلام قحاف أبز عالم يلن إتو قحاف سب أوتينا عدناخن وسدائنا We need our country back. We have a bunch of mafia dudes running our country. That ain't gonna twerk. We need our country back. That's not gonna work. It's unacceptable. But sina khofina mafia adina yakaido. Ridiculous. So some of you guys, Abi support to go bro to Lutalocum because Buwishti Abi support to go bro gin Eritrean because it's el comes you bal akuma lowishti. Mary konikumish is killing you inside. Wisdom to great Eliam, wisdom to great Eliam. Korulom. T.R.A.P. Eritrea and Ethiopia. Bansab Kukowanina. You do got. Eritrea, Ethiopia, Bansab Kukowania, Amazhulu Zumotu Aram. Can she yet again at the dirt? Nesides Borga, Hunter Abi Ethiopian and Gabur, Kubel. You do got. Comedy home to Delhi. Sukhani. كلام سواسرة more damage more subcomatiw كال أنا قال كماتيو هم يسرحني سنسرح أكبر تام أنا خزارب كلهن هتعرفكم نخاني عبيت السبت بهالو سنسرح أكبر بجاهم أنا قلا مالت اللهم فرقهم سوسا سبعة تجوبسيلكم تعرفوكم دون قرقولهم أنا عبيت السب respect جبروكم جنس سنسرح أكبر سبكم ما تتصورون واو points كان نسرح okay السرعة شو عطى عامل تجراي ran Ethiopia, it's 27 years. What about all the good stuff? What about all the economic structures? What about Sutra? Nobody speaks about that, but you only want to speak about hamak. You know what I'm saying? I'm not defending Tigray. I'm not. Now, tom situation, hamak zgoberoha alum, kam kullahana. Nobody, oh ye without sin. How's that go, Rob? Cast the first stone? Something like that, right? Hatan hazebilka tazarab. Hatan halaka ajizarab. Because all of you are guilty. A lot of you guys but religion gerkum tisalu. Some of you guys kani gerkum tisalu. Some of y'all use religion to hate. Some of y'all use war to hate. How are we to khulus? Hangolna tabasbisna. And you know who's the best at that? Many zimher komo. Psychological subversion, Chinese jumhuru and Isaias, wish the Atiha, Nazizi Lekatblo, Zizi Lekatblo, Tubaasu. Come Arko Humsi elites out kum. So can come Dana or Tubaasu. The Heriu, Yetiam Sub Sahibu, election garu, Yimerts Akum. Suda Manisa Baholo, Gin Tamahiru, expert. Faultoi. It is Sabai don't orohon. Adi is Sabik Atilimber. Plan communist holo plan alo. Now let's talk about Ethiopian soldiers in Eritrea. The Ka'adei, Yahwate, Lebei, Yumotu alo. Ityan watahadarat, Budhriom, Dek Eritrea, Eritrean soldiers are going to face Tigray, by force. You know who's behind the Eritrean soldiers? You want to know who's behind the Eritrean soldiers? Ethiopian soldiers. That's right, Abiy soldiers. So when our soldiers, not soldiers, no, I don't want to go forward. You know what the Amhara soldiers behind them and the Abiy soldiers and all the Federation soldiers are saying? Go forward. If you turn around, treason. That Tigray has to defend itself too. What do you want them to do? Just get shot at and accept them? So, Dek Eritrea, Tigray to Kusala, choice elan. Itu rugum dictator kani nqmit garu bidhriyon kani Ethiopian soldiers يسدد. دحتت أوانكا يقتلوا بغلط يقتلوا. كم حساب منكم إذا حاسب. You know why? Genius يتسابعي. دحراي كلهم تيام دك إيرتريا soldiers نهات فيو. دلايكو قبر خال. Miss Abiy Federation soldiers in Dahabo. دلاي قبر خال. ماني stop كو قبرو. كلهم تيام Eritrean soldiers مويتهم من دم. تايم يسأل طلهم الله. سمكا تايم قبرو بتأيد بدحريم تأيد قدميهم الله. نبأم نديم ندوك كريد لامبر كموتيهم. What do you want? What do you want from them? This is not fair. This is crimes against humanity. Komi is the bahal. Crimes against humanity. Hada shaitan of alam zalo helima bilina. So got 2020 to halimna. Is the truth except gabro lohum? Silkum could argue could gabro what do you get out of here? Listen, accept the truth. It's true. I don't need to tell you. You could research it yourself. And of course, Tigray anin missile na Eritrea tsadid Allah. Sigab تخيل منطقة تقبر and Tigray send the missiles to Eritrea. They don't want to hurt the soldiers. Soldiers totally don't know, but they don't have a choice. Their hands forced too. This is really complicated. So now let's talk about refugees. Booz refugees alone. A lot of refugees went many different ways. The refugees that was in Ethiopia, Abiy, in the middle of the night, sent them back to Eritrea under Isaias. Habi'u said he want back. Tahoinum, man fallet. Because communication kulut afiu. Dictators tarahim communication that fu wagi kholo. Wagi kholo, dictators tarahim zgobru. You know why? Because nakala alam haguzina ilum itihma zgobru zalos alam kairi'o. That's why Abiy communication at fi'u. Because if the world sees what's happening, then they're going to get involved. Gin Egypt nazit ara sabab USA de lo khafila سقبالي لاتو حراي لون الحريق كيدو حجي كتبعاس كولا Tigray حجي نمنع تبعاس تلا Tigray حجي تبعاس الله. Who's Tigray fighting right now? Tigray is fighting Eritrea, right? Tigray is fighting Ethiopia. Tigray is fighting United Arab Emirates. That's right, I said it. Facts. Those drones are not from Ethiopia, right? Tigray خاني حجي سمع لهم maybe Somalia تبعاس الله. حمتي nation نزيهم كلهم كتبوا أصلا بعلامش إذن تاي بها genocide إذا genocide نزي كل السبب ودلهم destroy قرهم remove كقبروا ودلهم إذا genocide إذا بها إذا ridiculous سب داموتوس نرئين حجز سخاني مسلم سلا زخانة أبي حجزون دولة totally wipe out قرن نتجراي سب أيوك حجزوا history نحن مسؤوم كدم ساسي. Unfortunately, خمية. إتيام refugees كن حجزهم علىنا. There's no. كم زقاءكم كن حجزهم على. We have to help the refugees. There's no way around it. They're stuck. There are people dying that don't want to be part of this. And then also, أبيها campaign جرو Eritreans of Ethiopia دلو أسيروهم. كم يقولكم زيت تدقفوا. أنا مس أبيهم. زيهم كتأفيهم. يهواتكم يا أسيروهم الله. Why to do gufozi? Kurkurat is bad. Sakap adam falta kurkurat mish. All right, moving right along. Isaias ni Egypt kedu is the war kaita jamara kholo mish. Why? Sak degma. Azarab ne bizabasa gin degma حسابهم. The United States آتيهم كأني حقها هقدف تجاريفهم يوم نقدفهم ندحري نقدفهم كل أخوم ناتكم بروفايل اتعناتي بروفايل هقدف كأيروا بابا حساب كريهم كندا حيل لنا كندا against them كريو هقدف توديع we're against it we don't want no more هقدف YPF دكم عندك سمع عندنا the future of America the future of Eritrea اتهم قلويهم سكاتكم نقدف تبلت وعلو شعبية جبهة خلا هنا تعاكيبنا the future of Eritrea كن كيرينا enough of the regime نقدف شتارا وحف ثلاثة عام زيت غيره no دحان حتى عامت وسخلوس كوك غيره إن Eritrea get out of here that's not gonna work is it genocide زم سب كلهم كماتيهم يحزنني مش يحواتهم so sad قبرني أنا خاني كموتي يدلهم يعني I don't want people to die I don't want them to die I don't want no one to die over an election are you kidding me over an election you're gonna kill an entire nation over an election come on we need mediation immediately no to war stop the war now every minute it goes on is more people are dying anyways to dugufon Isaias and Abi pick your poison which one is it are you against Tigray okay if you're against Tigray that's your business are you against Isaias are you against Abi or you're against Isaias but you like Abi you're confused how to go asfa how you doing man so not come poison not come simin miratsu pick your poison what is it you want no matter how you play this out subcomatium there's no choice it doesn't matter how this plays out it's going to happen is unacceptable so it's Chinese tactics used Gabardalo against Adina Hamak isn't I dictator Sirah Hamak you using Chinese tactics where you learn everything you need to learn against your own people that is bad that's not good how can you support that psychological subversion techniques look that up I'm trying to stay neutral I just want to educate look that up there's a lot don't take my word for it don't I read a lot that's all I do and then that's not a leader That's a dictator. But where they do that at? That's unacceptable. Now, there's some of you delay fathay to bahalu mish. Kulahana should be delay fathay, right? Who stand with Abi. Delay fathay in Hukwenka. If you're delay fathay and you stand with Abi, does that mean you support Isaias? Hasobulu. If you stand with Abi right now, that means you support Isaias. Mish. So get your definition of delay fathay correct. Ntai delay fathay. You can't have it both ways. It is il'i, iti hirqinat, remove garkum, bahangolkum hasabu. Delay fathay, delay fathay, delay. Zakha nukhulum. No size choose a gabana, nukhullahum en zarabahum dalahu. So your delay fathay wallaha ani, I stand with DI and Hirtibala ani. Not you're willing to compromise your honor and your integrity. Mr. Amakagin, when it's good for you, you say freedom for everyone. Is sukhani hypocrisy. Either you're delaifati, you're a freedom fighter, or you're a justice seeker, and you stay that route. You can't pick and choose. What is this lazasalam? Tomorrow I'm gonna be justice seeker, but today I'm not gonna be. What is the definition of justice seeker? Equality, fairness, honesty, impartiality, integrity, justice, law, legality, legitimacy, and reasonableness. Justice seeker. Even if it's against your own, you have to see through the nonsense for the betterment of the people, not for you what you want. That's how justice seeker's definition is. You don't get to pick and choose. Oh, I didn't know Hamzi Geromni. What did you have? The Tigray is Allah. The history felt under. I know if I thought like y'all, I would be anti-Tigray because I know the history of Tigray and Jabha too. But no, I love Tigray. I love Oromia. I love Eritreans. I love Amhara. This is possible. I don't have to hate no one. I can love you all. There's nothing anyone can do to me for loving you. I don't want none of you to die. Mish. And the ones today I saw on video celebrating Buna Gerom Gala Gala Moitum. Ataw Fatra Sub Moitu celebrate together. Como abello, abe alam como gabber. Shaitani hamo. Come hum tahasbu. Sub Moitum Bafancham Dem Kfasium. Nabatacha natka khairka, natka betrakhistan kerka, go to your church and your priest and tell him komilka. Etinatka batachen in hilka ka betrakhistan nate what's up? Tawali what's up? Sha shaitani gan hazebelaka abatachen akhonen. Ashahat sab moitoms ilulu tublu abe alam zirkab wa yaqul rakibna bas ma'am. If you are for the death of people, don't go to church, you phony hypocrites. I see you on Sundays talking about, I'm tired of that. You were just on Facebook talking about I hope they all die, and now you want to go to church? Man, get up. Is it habisha hamami? It's ridiculous. After Eritrea's independence, Eritrea sent a lot of Ethiopians home. I remember that, and they were accepted in peace as a humanitarian thing by Meles and Nawe. I remember that. That's the kind of stuff that should be going on, not what's happening now. What is the definition of dictator for you? To muhura zehonkum shilkum tizarabudalokum. Dictator. What is definition of dictator? A dictator exercises absolute power. Unrestricted control without So he can do anything he wants without having to rule a law, no law, nothing. He doesn't even have to be a king or queen. He doesn't have to be born into that country. Isaiah Saforki. Ethiopian kollo, Haile Selassie Salido in Eritrea, I tawalere nugus, gin wasidu bahaili. Authoritative prescribes conduct. Mish Kamigerka achieved the gobro dictatorship. You expand your power by corruption. Hasiha sem talelka tabais kayum hailika achieve komo to gobro. The instigate monopoly and use of force to force the public to do what you want them to do. Mish the bribery Allah. And then kullu political enemies. This is how you become a dictator. This is what the definition of a dictator is. Once you create a fake enemy and then you defeat the fake enemy, then you win the hearts and the minds of the people. No, dahan. Gin sabna babahare namotu ein falt onina. Kandai moitom ein falt onina. And then how long is that? Okay. I'm gonna try to keep it about an hour. So, and then you control the information flow. Information flow under her control garkaya, kulu control to go, bro. Let's move on to what is the meaning of Habasha. In time malati Habasha. What is the meaning of Habasha? Nahom Kalib disappear, bro. What is the meaning of Habasha? Habesa, Ge'ez, Amharic, Tigrina, Arabic, South Semitic speaking group of people, whose cultural, linguistic, and in certain cases, ancestral origins trace back to those who ruled the Aksum. How many genes are you away from being Tigray? Amhara khollaha, Oromo khollaha, Eritrean khollaha. By definition, what is Habasha? I'm not talking about Arab, because Arfuna kholoba Habasha. So don't order zerowa. I'm talking about definition. What is Habasha? That's Nu'wa. Go look it up. All you youngins, go look up Habasha. Now, ask yourself, why is your history getting bombed? Ask yourself that. Please, do yourself a favor. Go study what the definition of Habasha is, because I just read it to you. Who ruled the Aksumite Empire in the kingdom known as Demat. That is Habasha. But y'all stuck in the past, right? Well, y'all stuck in the past. They're making you destroy your own people. That's what's happening. You can't let it go, mish. Somebody has to die. That's what's happening right now. And then the rest of you, let's talk about Black Lives Matter. You hypocrites. Let's talk about Black Lives Matter. You was out there, oh, Black Lives Matter, woo, all that. Mish. Do Tigray life matter? Do Eritrean soldiers' life matter? It's gonna go to me. Tell me. Go to me. Black Lives Matter? Well, do they? There's an entire nation with all our history, the Ark of Covenant, right? Aksum. Mish, just because Etiam Sa'adu, Etialayan Hantit Oma Edmi Tigray, Kindi Bidhari Tigray Zahantit Owa, that doesn't mean Kala Sabium, not come originals. It doesn't make sense. So what are you going to do? You're going to destroy Tigray, and you're going to destroy the Ark of Covenant. Mish, you're going to destroy our entire history dating back BC, AD. Mish, that's what you're going to do. And then popcorn you're going to go right back to your television. What are the ones that live away from Eritrea and Ethiopia going to do? Nothing. You're just going to sit there. You didn't do nothing. You sat there and you prayed and caused problems for people to go to war. But you're going to go to sleep tonight. فرقهم كا pray كتقبريهم سيز قرمني what Here, I'm going to give you a little saying that I saw on Facebook. I don't remember who had this. In the end, we won't remember the words of our enemies, but only the silence of our friends, our brothers, and our sisters. Enemy natna izkarni. Taqatina, khayru, khayrum, whatever. Ya'ruhtna, yihwatna, so mina nuzkurum. Intay gerum. It's a situation kun qatal kun harrad kolana intay gerkum. Su'ina nuzkurum. Sakhayt rusu'a. نحنا انسسا خونا معبلات سبينا كل عالم يزيك ارحانا ملكعنا صبوقيو سبيتنا صبوقاتي رسن صبوقيو كنفرنا صبوقيو ولا Italian هيبومنا ولا Italian وسيرومنا صعدو it doesn't matter دقي حبشا دقي قيح بحري ما Eritreans and Ethiopians all of you بلايكم صبوقاتكم كما خم سبج مسلا بز عالم يلن بالعنا ولا حنتي يبلناس سلدية بلنان مرت سيلو حمد شك أخولناس كمان نسبق يلن. There's no one who's as beautiful as Eritreans and Ethiopian. Why do you want to destroy that? Why? Why? Don't destroy that. Children of God, سخاتكم كأخم جميركم از عالم. You, Axum, Ark of Covenant, the true Hebrew Israelites of Ethiopia Znabere, beyond the mountains of the Abyssinia. Mish? You should remember that. كل عالم عاو كتموتي زتاقع عدلو. كلتا دونقورة مرحاتي خاني كسر كلكم نعطي history لهم بس عادو تغازيهم كتفوخم سكون جيم racist لازم كنا نحركم كتقاتلوا توعلو سيز حرق أني زيهم كل نصبوات سبيتت يحواتي كمرعين زدالس كمرعين كمان أخلني يموتوا له أبي إنا زرخبن نخالن دا رخمنا أبز عادي نمرعو لنا تنصبوات قطروا ما لهم دك أنا خاني خمي قرين حابش أخرخبا أرومو أمهارا Tigray Eritrean كرخبو خوننهم you're killing them. This is real. Wake up. Anyways, right now let's utilize our power, our networking. Who cares? Na amlakh zigabarulu bajahum yahatukum allahum yahwate kuburat yahwate bajahum yahatukum allahum tugrina tsuba yakhl number yahatukum allahum tslay nozium Tigray zmotulolo tslay notium amhara zmotulolo tslay lom notium yahwate ab Eritrea jignatat bidhuriyam bqadmitium zuhromudolo tslay lom ay tslowum tslay lom yahwatkum yum bajahum pray for them. I'm just asking you to pray for them. I'm not asking you to go over there and do anything because you can't. You know what I mean? I know I need water. Pray for them. God didn't say wish people death. God didn't say that. So-called Christians, pray for the people that are getting lost. It doesn't matter. A true Habesha, a true Christian Muslim, when his people die, he prays for them. When his enemy dies, he prays for them. Because the soldiers and the people are not the problem. It's the leaders. 3 men, and I'm going to include Debrecen in this too, just to be equal and fair, are making the decisions for millions of people. Bajahum. Salaylum. Bakhayu. It's okay. Cry for them. This is humanity. This is crimes against humanity. This is genocide. This is not war. You have Arab countries, you have in the situation, what do you gain out of this? What do our people gain out of this? Baro. Baro kasibna. Wala hanti ya makhsab yabnan. Isaias million hizu kal ada khayr mawut who knows. Abi khani Ade Halima ane nugusna Ethiopia khone. Mosque election nugla. No. Sakhet afani na ade halmati zibachum. Kat for oide linya. Sakit. Hak a leader in her kwenka? No. So kaimoti khatibal. Sufluti. Kan ma'bala in khanina museum yudugat. Tiom refugees come tadalo on my live right now, if you have any information to help the refugees can please paste it on there. Maybe maybe up to tatu hiji lights halfwo is a khan is a sub to do maybe network is the tazara ribna can hagazna limber kala milflat rahina offer can go I don't care حقزوم خلني جين كموتو كسل كايموتو ختصلي يهواتا أمزيهم دقي Horn of Africa خلنا يهواتاتنا إذا عالم كنموتي زاد دلينا كلتو دون أورتا درهيوم يقتلنا لو يهواتاتنا حونت we're brothers and sisters. Stop killing our people, man. Come on, this is ridiculous. I have to explain to my daughter, hey, an entire nation by this week, there's a possibility they all may die. What do you mean, Daddy? How can an entire nation die, Baba? Well, Shaitan of Eritrea lo harahani sabaitu galu of Ethiopia lo kaqatwam nazim kullam sab. Natyo marhati marahi za asrum. Why they don't arrest the leaders, Baba? Oh, because sab buzah salazis alats alam kairi'i, so the world doesn't see. They shut down all the power in internet so they can do heinous crimes. So they قتلوهم كلا سب كارئة دحري war crimes كاي بحالو كم يلوم شت أرادس أوتو نتسبنا نحرم كأي باسوهم كلها أنا لوز نجبر دك أنا لوز نجبر كاززناتنا لوز نجبر أبوتات لوز نجبر أديتات لوز نجبر mother, father, children, son, cousin, all dead. Then what? Then what? Then what? After that, then what? Okay, it doesn't matter who wins. Then what? انتهي مخسبنا ولا حنتي سبومات راح يزلوا. Anyhow, Facebook messages sometimes erase go technical difficulties بزح متشيلو أبزي فيديو ناتي أب يوتيوب كأتوه حجي I said I'm gonna put my I'm gonna put my live on YouTube because Facebook is giving me a lot of issues with technical difficulties. Whatever. I'm not even gonna discuss that. But all I'm saying is I'm gonna put it in a YouTube. If you guys wanna watch it, or you can follow me, please. I have more content to bring out. You know, I'll be discussing a lot more things, history and everything else, and I'll keep you guys informed. Let's stay united. Bahansab. Hada Adi, Yahwatat, Sub, Horn of Africa, Mish, Sabna Nedhen, Nisley, Naamlach Nahtato, Zinagar Kafat Hosab Kaimotu. Satra has Hatokum de Lochum. Jignata Ninopsum to Bahalu, cool, whatever. Gin, it's El Izaraba, Haji, iti Wadi Afro Shumu, Kibrat Koboy Deline, to Sumt Fatwayhum, Allo Bazah following. Away, so what's in Naya? Chintais about Chira, Nai, Tigray, what's it? Muhurdika? Muhurdika? Sekut Bast Ratu, Muhura Honkan. Soon Astachez Laka. Hak Nagar, the Hak Razar Deliha. Hate. If you just preach hate, you're no good to the world. Death, what good comes from war and death? Nothing. Exactly. No to war. And I ask all of you, ita higdef, nigdef, profile natezala, change your profile to higdef, nigdef, because I'm going to send a message. Ma'antom kharuron and babahare. And I know they watch. I don't care. I'm that dude. I'm letting you know. I'm against the war. I'm against death. I'm against the death of my people. Period. Captn Eritrea. Wadi Shambal Basha. Saza Kurua. Duhmat ikhum nakhani? Manina amlakh khayni ri'i. Sukha allo mish. Sakha haytiri su'wa. Kulana nakhalina. Is mafrah nagar? Todi. Adina kun wasda'ina. Kitmallasya. Respect garnati unzumotu qadam. Kun hazalom natom bota. Kun obrom correctly. All right. So with that said, dekabat Yahwate Shukoritat, Shukoritat, whatever. Make fun of my Tigrina if you want. Dek Amlach, Hizbi Amlach, Adimeret, Jignatat, أملاك كم أخم زفتو يلن أملاك نعخم بتعامل زفتواكم ككل عالم جين إتي blessing accept نقولوا لنا هكدف نقدف الساعة 2021 slogan هكدف نقدف نحط درافو خنكا هكدف نقدف songs كسرها لنا بجاها alright صلاة لهم tonight إتي أمزموتو دلو بجاهم يحواتي I love you one nation one love Eritrea Ethiopia بحساب حواتاتنا أترسعوا I love you good night بروخ ليتي